breaks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Here we go.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. It's a give to Freeman running right. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 180. 808. Check. Block 54. Block 54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike spot 4. Mike goes in.
Now a play fake. Carr. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Defense wins championships, baby. Check that over. Check that team.
Freeman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark, 77 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 19.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Push him back.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike's 50. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
59 mark. Check, 59. Hey.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Returnable for Lockett.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to?
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this one incomplete. Too much. Contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Got a man, it's complete, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down, Perkins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
He lets it fly from Lockett into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Murray now. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Murray now, 6 of 10 of this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. 1st down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Big stop, let's go.
Running right, this is Freeman. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Keep playing all day. Let's get it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On the return, it's White. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Hustle, hustle. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Going up top from Miller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's Hunt, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Freeman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
25, check 25, check 25.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
1st down.
Murray now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. He completes it to Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Freeman, and he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Maher is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Perkins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but she's singing too.
Oh, she's
she's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Off the play fake. Perkins. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone. Deep ball, short.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 ending. Check.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now it's Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Second down, Murray sets to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. Mike 55.
From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right, to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DJ Chark there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And now a carry here for their fullback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Man, I got you.
To throw on second down, Perkins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, I'm coming. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, Perkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
No gain on the play there, second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Quick pass out to Miller. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker? Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.